as a Texas fan, you just got to be sitting in some high cotton right now. You have earned the number 1 overall ranking according to the Associated Press, number 1 team in the country with the starting quarterback on the sideline. That's number 1. Number 2 is Texas had shown itself to apparently be good enough against what we thought was a soft number 10, Michigan, to take over that number 1 spot because Georgia turned in a clunker against Kentucky. Now, it is a different kind of clunker than we are used to seeing Georgia turn in, one that was very much on the verge of them losing the football game if Mark Stoops just had a little bit more courage in his offense as opposed to punting on 4th and 8 down by 1 with the game on the line. However, I think what pushed this over the top is not just what Texas was able to do with Quinn Ewers at Michigan, though that doesn't hurt. It's what Texas showed when Quinn Ewers got hurt and what was always going to be a narrative for Quinn Ewers. The man can't stay healthy for an entire year. It's just the way it is. He was the number 1 overall recruit in 2021 because he reclassified for 2022. The arm talent is there. The decision-making is there. He went to Ohio State to collect his equity, went back to Texas where he's supposed to be as he came out of South Lake Carroll and looked every bit the part. Came in, played the starter, was good. It's keeping him healthy, keeping him upright. Going into the season, though, knowing that you're going to be down a couple of tailbacks in C.J. Baxter, who was RB1, and Christian Clark, who we also think was pretty good, could develop into a great player, you just didn't have the depth. So I didn't know that Texas would be able to show this. And I certainly didn't expect that Georgia would show itself to be so vulnerable so early and get punished for it. As I expected, maybe Georgia gets off to a slow start, but they didn't. They beat Clemson like a drum. And since then, Clemson has been beating everybody else they played. Now, they had a bye last week, but they're coming back this week. And I just don't see NC State being anywhere near that ball game because Grayson McCall is out and Clemson is back on the warpath because of how we talked about them after they got stomped out by Georgia. But in UTSA, as Georgia's going through this clunker, you get to see Arch Manning come off the bench. And you get to see Arch Manning go 9 of 12 for 223 with 5 total TDs, including a 67-yard touchdown run, for which he said, I don't think that I've run that far, that fast in quite some time. But it's there. And anybody that knows from Archie Manning or even Cupper Manning knows, yeah, they got some athleticism. They got some speed. They can move. It's Peyton and Eli that can't move. That ain't got nothing to do with Arch. Arch be out there like his granddaddy out there stunting wearing that 16. Which looks good on him, by the way. I'm an OU guy. Everybody knows this. I like watching Arch Manning play football. I like watching Quinn Ewers play football. And if you are a Texas fan, you got 2 starting quarterbacks. And you know what? You got 2 starting quarterbacks, and the hierarchy is not in jeopardy. That is the thing to really be smiling about. It's one thing to have 2 guys that can start. If both of those guys were at each other's throats, it wouldn't be that much fun, right? You'd have both of them making an argument about, I should be the guy. And Steve Sarkisian would have to split the baby. And we don't want that to happen. I think what is cool is Quinn Ewers has never been threatened by having Arch Manning behind him. As a matter of fact, one of my favorite photos from Media Day 2023 is Arch Manning was brought to Media Day. They gave him a table, and they gave him a table behind Quinn Ewers, and his table was swarmed by reporters, and Quinn was sitting there by himself, the starting quarterback at the University of Texas in a year which everybody expected him to be good, kind of looking over there bemused. And all he did was lead Texas to their first Big 12 title, their first conference title since 2009, and their first ever appearance in the college football playoff. They come back. Yes, Texas lost a lot. They lost quite a bit, but it doesn't seem to matter because they are great on that offensive line. They've got dudes at the skill positions, and their defensive line has gotten better while their pass defense has gotten better in the secondary. Really love what they got going on over there. I also want to point out that Arch probably is going to be able to show more against what is going to be an outclassed University of Louisiana Monroe. What one commenter on the show effectively called you la la la, because that's how it felt right there. I know there's some Oklahoma folks would be like, yo, RJ, they got General Booty over there. We used to have General Booty. That ain't going to help them, dog. Like, he from Louisiana. You know what I'm saying? He's right where he's supposed to be. And Arch is coming back home to Louisiana where he's from, right where he's supposed to be. Not coming home. They're going to have that game in Austin. But the point is the same, right? The point is, I can't wait to see me some more Arch Manning, and that's how this is working out. Think about it this way. The last time that we saw college football stop to watch one player play football against a team we know was garbage and trash. It's Colorado. And that's Colorado with Prime, Shedeur, and Travis Hunter. Colorado State last year, right? I would even say we stopped what we were doing to watch Coach Prime's teams on television during the spring game at Jackson State, okay? We stopped what we were doing to watch the Orange Blossom Classic when Jackson State played FAMU because Shedeur Sanders was throwing the ball around, and we were bated breath waiting on Travis Hunter to see what he was going to do. What Travis Hunter had been able to do in the first couple of years of playing college football is, I think, the effect that, yes, I think that's the effect that Arch Mania is going to have on college football, because the way that I have tried to put this to my friends that only watch the NFL or don't watch as much college football as a regular person like you and I, we're regular people. I'm kidding. We're sickos. He is to football fans what Taylor Swift is to the known universe. He's got all the pedigree. He's got all the family background. He's got all the talent. And he does it in a way in which even your old daddy, your old granddaddy loves him so Arch Manning, because Arch doesn't showboat. Arch brings lunch pail to work, keeps his head down, goes to work. That ain't how I get down. That ain't how some of my peers get down. I like saying domino. I like saying don't you play that. Don't you play that double six. I got 6'3" in my palm right here. Go, come on. I dare you. I dare you. You play that 5'3", I'm coming over here with Dub. You going to give me this with the, you see Big Five right here. Big Five right here. About to slam that mug right down on you. That ain't Arch. Arch be sliding the domino over there going 25. Arch be sliding over the domino going 15. Not us. Not me. I'm going to let you know I'm getting into that behind. Build me a house. Build me all of my house. All the way to 250. All the way. Give me all my circles and all my slashes as I'm getting into you finished it. You ain't need me to say it out loud. You know, kids watch the show, so I don't really go in. I don't use the hard profanity on the show because the little people be watching the show, I got to hear about it from their parents, and I don't like being that kind of an influence on them. But what I'm saying is, you're going to get to see little Joker go become big Joker against Louisiana, dog. Like, you would go be looking at your spade partner like, oh, yeah, we about to get in they behind. And you're going to have these people talking about, don't talk across the board. Don't talk across the board. Yeah, all right. I ain't got to talk across the board. They know what I'm doing. I know what they doing. You about to pay me my money. Don't you overbid. You overbid, I'm going to get you. I'm going to get you. If I tell you I got 5 books, I better have 5 books. And if you tell me you got 3 books, you come out with 6, we're going to have us a problem. You see what I'm saying here? I think Arch Manning is Texas going, ooh, look at his hand. Look at his hand. We got 5 6s right here. Oh, it's over for y'all. It's over for y'all. We got 5 6s right here and a double. It's over for y'all. Could just be, you're going to be pulling from the boneyard all day long. And then after we get done building the house, you're going to be over here going, watch these dominoes. Watch them good now. Watch them good. Make sure that you hang my laundry out, okay? I want you to gently wash mines, all right? Hand wash mines, all right? That's how Texas fans going to be feeling right now. And I don't blame them, dog. If you are a Texas fan and you feel some kind of way about this, you should. Because also on this is Quinn Ewers got a great track record of rehabbing when he gets hurt. I thought Stark put it right nicely. He said, look, he's always staying dialed in. He's also diligent with his recovery, and that's why he comes back and performs at a high level. I think that sums it up right there. I also think that he's been underplaying the understudy that is Arch Manning. Talking about, yeah, he's played well from time to time. And I'm like, dog, you got to do. We can't wait to make a Heisman finalist. Matter of fact, did you see the Heisman odds move for Quinn and Arch because Arch showed up and beat up on a bad UTSA team? That's how badly we want this dude to be good. And we don't even care that he be wearing that ugly burnt orange. We don't even care about that. You know what I'm saying? We don't even care that Bevo is what's for dinner anywhere else. And we don't even care that, we would care if Arch showed up to cook Oklahoma. That in the Red River shootout, because for whatever reason, Quinn Ewers' abdominal strain kept just messing up his throwing motion. I'd have no choice but to be like, damn, he cold. And keep it moving, you know? Like, it might be one of them where, like 49-0 2 years ago, I just got to put my hand on my shoulder, on my shoulders to be like, well, I guess I guess this is my life for the next 40 minutes. Give me the T-shirt gun so I can use it on myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, that might be how it goes. But I'll be right here telling you, if that boy lights up Oklahoma, we're going to have to talk about it. He lights up Louisiana Monroe. We are going to talk about it. What I'm telling you is we're going to be talking about Arch Manning. Okay? Arch Mania is just beginning. And if nothing else, Quinn Ewers coming back. Quinn Ewers leads Texas to a national championship. We're not going to be talking about whether or not Texas is the best team in college football next year. What we're going to be talking about is Texas building a dynasty in the state of Texas. I'm telling y'all, what Georgia was in 2017, Texas feels like in 2024, and you've seen how that has gone for Georgia since. They have won 41 consecutive regular season games, and they can't wait to get Alabama when they're both coming off of bye weeks. I, for one, am excited. October 19th, we could be 1 versus 2. Texas hosting Georgia. Whew. I'll be watching.